Have you ever looked at your bank account at the end of each month and wondered where all your money went to? If you have, then this video is for you. Hi guys, my name is Brandon, and personally I've earned a decent income since I started work, but there have been times that I've actually found myself almost at a loss, looking back and wondering why didn't I manage to save any money? So if this happened to you, hopefully this video can actually help plug that hole in your cash flow. So the way you handle your money on a daily basis is a big factor in how successful you are in building wealth. If you're careful and you budget, you can actually build real wealth. But on the other hand, if you practice bad money habits, you actually end up broke and unable to reach your financial goals and living paycheck to paycheck. Here are 7 bad money habits that can sneak into your hard-earned income and eat up your funds without you even realizing. So the first one is not paying yourself first before anything else. What most people actually do when they earn every dollar, they pay everyone else first. They pay the landlord, they pay your credit card company, the telephone company. You should not be saving or investing what's left over at the end of each month. Rather, you should actually pay yourself first as soon as you get your paycheck every month. Put that money away into a separate account that is separate from your living expenses. It's not revolutionary and it's not glamorous, but nothing will actually help you achieve wealth until you actually decide to pay yourself first. And once you actually have that set up each month, you actually won't even realize that that money has been taken away and actually saved into your investment account. Another bad money habit is that you actually think it's too early to start investing. I'm guilty of this. When you're actually young, it's easy to actually get carried away by the various pleasures that money can actually buy. Retirement actually feels like it's so far away that, it shouldn't be something that you have to shoulder now and you should just enjoy your time. But time has a way of passing, right? And before you know it, you're already 30 years old. So no matter how low or high your income is, the earlier you start, the greater time the effects of compounding can actually have on your savings and your investments. And the difference is huge in the future when you look back. I and every investor, I think, wishes that they started earlier. So if you are, do it now. Another thing I've been guilty of in the past is not keeping a record of my money. Now, this is not a budget. We all think that we know where our money comes from and where it actually ends up. Sadly, it's true for most of us. We might not be aware of all the small expenditures that kind of creep into our daily living, and all the small things add up and actually eat up more of our finances than the big ones. It's actually a good idea to keep a journal or a spreadsheet of your income and expenses. It can be simple, it doesn't need to be too comprehensive, but it at least gives you an idea of where your ingoings and where most of your outgoings are so that you can actually have better control of your finances. My wife actually started a spreadsheet where she tracks all of our household income and the different streams of income that's actually coming through. And every month we kind of input all the expenses that come in. Now, we don't actually track every single little expense, but we look at, your discretionary spending on your credit card and you put that in. So at least you actually have an idea about how much your credit card bills are every year, how much your regular recurring bills are every year, so that you can actually better plan out each year in terms of where you can actually trap some surplus savings. Another one that I'm guilty of is spending creep as my income increases. This basically means that as your income increases, your spending also incrementally increases without you actually noticing. Because you feel a little bit richer, you actually spend a little bit more frivolously without you knowing. There's no harm in raising the standard of your life when you actually can, but if you're a person that actually is constantly looking for ways to spend your money, you'll actually probably find yourself in a difficult situation soon enough. So what you should be trying to do is keep your living expenses at a constant level. So as you get pay increments or bonuses, that's just cream on top that you can actually transfer into your savings and investment accounts to actually help speed up your wealth creation. The 5th bad money habit is not understanding the crippling effects of bad debt. Now, I'm not talking about good debt, for example, a home loan that you have for an investment property. Here I'm actually talking about credit card debt, or dare I say, loan shark debt. It's actually one of the worst things you can actually allow into your financial life. Between the ease of spending beyond your means and the high interest rates, it's a vicious cycle that some people can actually never break out of. So you should really get in the habit of making your credit card payments in full every month, or better yet, get rid of the credit card altogether if you can't control your own spending. So if you do have a lot of bad debt, you need to focus and prioritize paying off the debt with the highest interest rates first, and then work your way down until it's all eliminated. You need to actually clear all this bad debt first before you start saving or think about investing, because a lot of the time these interest rates on these loans are so high that even if your investments do well, it's not enough to actually cover the cost of the interest of these loans. Number 6 is not delaying gratification. We all live in this must-have now world. Things like Amazon delivering things pretty much as soon as we click buy, to the amount of content and information that's actually available at our fingertips all the time. We always want everything now. So actually learning how to delay your gratification goes a long mile to actually prevent cash flow loss and also get you in the right mindset of actually building on your future rather than blowing it all away today. In order to actually save money and build wealth, it is of the utmost importance to actually absolutely care about the must-haves, the good-to-haves, and the not-to-haves. If building wealth is a top priority for you, then you actually need to sacrifice some of your present pleasures, whether or not you your present pleasures, whether you actually like it or not. So for example, myself, I would convince myself that I actually need a new phone now because it would actually help me for work and actually help me make more money. Yet every dollar I earned, it just went to the next phone too. So actually what I needed to do was actually get a clue and stop spending all my money when I was young. So the last one is that you lack a good understanding of personal finance. People handling their personal finances properly is usually not something that we learn at school. So in other words, you aren't actually going to wake up one day and suddenly start making great financial decisions. That means you need to start researching and educating yourself about personal finances. For example, watching videos like this and subscribing to my YouTube channel. So whatever you choose, just make it your business to learn the ins and outs of money so that you can actually better handle your own personal finances. Now, if you don't know where to start, I highly recommend the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This book personally turned my whole financial mindset totally around and got me on the path to really trying to learn more about personal finance and building wealth and having the right set about money. So I hope that gave you some insights into different ways about how you can actually look at your personal finances and help you trap that surplus cash every month from your paycheck so that you can actually put that money to better use in terms of investments and savings so that you can actually build a better financial future for yourself. So let's face it, nobody wants to work for the rest of their lives. So the sooner you can actually figure out where your money's going, you can prioritize where that money goes in terms of savings and investments, and the sooner you can actually get out the rat race. So as always, guys, if you like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel so that I can constantly pop up into your YouTube feed to actually remind you to save your money and invest for your future. Until next time, see you guys.